Good day, my dear viewers, and welcome to my channel today. Please subscribe. Now, I want to address some persons saying that our biggest problem in Nigeria is religion. Please, that is a myopic view. That is a myopic view. Our problem is leadership. Now, let me even explain my point. There are far, far, far more religious nations than Nigeria. For example, if you take China, China is highly religious, although they practice Buddhism. But the country is moving forward economically, they are moving forward technologically, and it's peaceful. They have their own teachings there in their own Buddhism. And these Chinese are very devoted Buddhists, so many of them, millions of them. For example, also India. India is also a very highly religious nation. And many of them are devoted Hinduism, but they are still moving forward technologically, they are still moving forward economically. Today, India is among the first 10 economies in the world. Even in military might, they have gone far. Purposeful leadership, a leadership with a vision has brought India this far. Also, good leadership have brought China to this level. If you take Indonesia, for example, this is a Muslim nation, a Muslim nation. Yet, you don't hear anything like Boko Haram there. You don't hear anything like terrorism there. This country is making progress economically. And most of them there, they are devoted, highly devoted Muslims. So what is the secret? Leadership, leadership, good leadership, good leadership. The case of Nigeria, our problem is not religion. Bad leadership is our problem. Lack of good leadership is our problem. The political class is our problem. So all of you saying that and the church, this church, that, this church, this, please stop. The church is not the problem. The church have done enough for this country. The church have done enough for this country. Many investments in this nation are owned by churches, and these investments are employers of labor. For example, some of the best universities in Nigeria now are owned by big churches, and these universities are managed. They're the best. They're the best, even far better than some of these big government schools we used to hear in the 90s and 80s, like Ibadan. I'm now even become better than Ibadan, than ABU, and all of those big Nigerian universities. So the church have done a lot. They have done a lot. Let's stop calling out these big men of God for not speaking out against the government, for crying out loud. These guys warned some of us against voting a certain candidate, both in 2015 and in 2023. Did we listen? We didn't listen. Now the heat is now hitting everybody, and everybody is now calling out churches that churches are not speaking out. For they are speaking out. It is you that is not hearing. They are speaking out. So many churches are speaking out. They are speaking out. They are speaking out. Our problem also is these gullible Nigerians are too gullible. Are too gullible. We don't reason. We don't think. We are also careless. We forget so easily. That's our problem. We fall easily for manipulations of the political class. That's one of our problems. How do you explain somebody selling his or her votes for 5,000 on election day? And you want a good country? You must be joking. How do you expect somebody selling their vote because of a bag of rice? How do you explain somebody selling their votes because of a bag of rice? And that person wants a good Nigeria. You must be joking. How do you explain somebody going to snatch ballot box because they gave him 50,000, and that same person wants a good Nigeria for their children? That person must be joking. Until we wake up as a country, we'll be like this forever. Nigeria will be sitting on the ground forever because this political class, they are out to steal, kill, and destroy. They don't care for you, they don't care for me. Politics today in Nigeria, as it is, have been reduced to business. Business. And that's why you see them, they spend billions on campaigns, billions on bribery, all to get to position, and in the end, they go there to loot and loot and loot and loot times hundred of what they spent on the campaigns. So it is time to wake up. It is time to wake up. It is time to know ourselves. Who are we as a nation? Who are we as a nation? We should. It's time for self-realization. We can't continue like this. We cannot continue like this. Now, I thank God for social media. Social media is one very good thing that happened to Nigeria. If you want to get the realest news, is on social media. Uncensored is on uncensored news is on social media. The mainstream media, they filter what they they let you, they bring to you, or they let you know. Yes, they filter it. They don't give you all the news. But on social media, you can get all the news. Now, if we use this social media properly, it can change Nigeria. It can change Nigeria. The social media, if we use it properly, it can change Nigeria. Social media is not just for cruise. Social media is not just for cruise. It can be used for something powerful that can move this country ahead. Yes, the young people have got to galvanize and speak with one voice. The youth of this nation, we are losing it. We are losing it. We are losing it. We are losing it. We have got to galvanize and speak with one voice. The problem of this country, if you ask me, is the ability of the political class to manipulate and use the youth for their um, heinous crimes against the masses. Yes, the man going out to snatch the ballot box, is he not a youth? The man who comes to threaten people with guns and say, "Don't come out to vote." Like if you don't vote so and so party, don't come out to vote. Is that person not a youth? That is the problem. That's the problem. The man that is a thug on the street threatening people up and down is not a youth. At the end of the day, how much does he get? Highest 50,000, highest 100,000 for 4 years. He's suffering, his wife is suffering, the children are suffering, no hope, and yet, no sense. These are the biggest problems. Not the church. The church have done her best and will continue to do its best. Yes, yes. So let's push for electoral reforms. Let's push for electoral reforms before the next election. Because in a system where it is easy to just write and announce results, and they tell you go to court, they tell you go to court, they know the court is already compromised, and they tell you go to court. Such a system is not good for this country. So we have got to fight. I mean, we have got to push for electoral reforms. That is where the change is. There should be reforms. If our electoral system is reformed, we can churn out good leaders that would move this country forward. And let's stop castigating them big men of God because they're not speaking out against. They have been speaking out, but Is anybody listening? I've been speaking out. I've been speaking out. Yes, nobody's listening. So, I mean, come on. It's just something that I say I should just address because it's becoming too much. Anywhere you go to, you hear one person talking this, talking that. The church is there, church this, church that, church this, church. No, 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 no. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. The church has done its best. Thank you.